trivia. This is the finals of the Breakout Star Tournament. I am your host, Hunter Chambliss. I'm joined, as always, or actually not as always, by Nico Suave-Regoli. Welcome back to the table, man.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been so busy studying and managing that it's been a while since I've hosted. So it's nice to be back at the desk, and it's nice that we've made it to this tournament finals. We've got Aaron, the Ace Sellers, who's been actually helping me a lot in terms of my studying these past couple weeks, taking on Jacob Barber. Both of these gentlemen are 1-0. This is the finals of the tournament. Winner will go on to, I believe, face James Berryman III for the inaugural Workhorse Championship.
That is correct, which I'm super excited for that. But yes, we have Jacob Barber taking on Aaron Sellers. Let's get into the pre-match promos right now.
So here we are, the finals. And to say I'm excited is a bit of an understatement. I am ready to do this. I'm ready for a great match. I'm ready to win. I'm ready to go on to be a champion. And I'm just ready to take over this league. Starts here.
Just like Jacob, I'm very excited to play. I watched Jacob's match. I was very impressed with his knowledge. So let's ring the bell and let's get it on.
We are back at the desk, ladies and gentlemen, and very short and sweet promos, Nico. They were just ready to get started.
So short and sweet, Aaron didn't even wait for you to finish your countdown to actually start the pro. He was just like, okay, I'm going right for it right now. And I like that. Both these guys, that's what this Breakout Star Tournament is all about. It's about finding guys who are hungry to compete, hungry to show what they have in combat wrestling trivia, hungry to make a name for themselves. And they have a chance to prove exactly that here tonight. Which of them will come out victorious, we shall see in a few rounds.
Yep. So, Nico, take us in to the introductions right now.
Absolutely. Introducing first, with a record of 1 victory, 0 defeats, he is Jacob Barber. Why are you not calling yourself Beefcake? That would be brilliant. Jacob the Beefcake Barber. Perfect play on words.
A little obvious.
Fair point. And his opponent, also with a record of 1 victory and 0 defeats, Aaron the Ace Sellers.
All right. Nico, explain how round number 1 works.
Okay, thank you for giving me the easiest job in the world. Basically, if you play in any league ever, you know the drill. It's either 8 or 10 questions, 15 seconds to respond. If you get a question correct, you get a point. If you miss it, no big deal. In this case, it's 8 questions, not 10, each from a different category. And if you get... Do we have bonus questions prepared in case they get a perfect round 1?
I have one prepared.
Perfect. And as always, you have 3 repeats and 1 challenge in play for the entirety of the game. Gentlemen, are you ready to rumble?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
That's what I like to hear. May I ask the first question?
You may.
Okay. Your first question in the category of WWE. Who won the 2000 King of the Ring tournament?
Oh, the King of the Ring tournament is currently going on. Not bad of a tournament so far.
My prediction to win is either going to be Ali or Cedric Alexander.
Mine is Drew McIntyre.
That's
I agree
fair.
with Hunter.
I'm sorry, what?
I said that's fair, but I've heard rumors that Paul Heyman is very high on Cedric Alexander, so don't be surprised if he wins the tournament.
We go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jacob.
You said Edge?
That is correct. No. Sorry, that's incorrect. And Aaron. Sorry about that.
Kurt Angle.
That is correct.
Gentlemen, both just want to give you guys a quick notice. Keep your hands and board where we can see them, just for the sake of fairness. I understand that's kind of difficult to do depending on the angle of your camera, but we like to make sure things are fair here.
All right, guys. So your next question in the category of TNA/Impact Wrestling. What is the name of the faction led by Ric Flair that was named after the Four Horsemen?
This was right around the time I started watching wrestling overall. Like TNA of that time was my introduction, and then Ric Flair had just come in a little bit later.
Yeah, this was a kind of a interesting faction. It didn't last that long, but we're going 5.
It could have gone so much longer in so many different directions.
Yeah, without doubt. 1, pins down. We'll start with Aaron.
Is it Fortune?
That is correct for 1 point. Jacob.
Fortune.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right. Your third question in the category of the black and yellow brand coming to USA television very soon, NXT. And your question is, Hunter changed the question. There we go. At which takeover event did Kevin Owens defeat Sami Zayn for the NXT Championship by referee stoppage?
I believe this was the first and only time the NXT Championship was changed hands like that.
Feels like they should do it more, not more often, but they should have done it one more time, maybe, just to.
Yeah.
It can be a shock. It has shock value to it.
Yeah, it's true. Just don't overdo it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Jacob.
Was it Unstoppable?
Oh, that is incorrect. Aaron.
Is it NXT TakeOver Rival?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, guys. Your fourth question in the category of WWE Classics. Who won the 1999 Royal Rumble match? This was the last of like the Attitude Era type pay-per-views, and it really did feel like that.
Yeah. Sorry, Rumbles are kind of my weakness.
All right, we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head down. We'll start with Aaron.
Mr. McMahon?
That is correct for 1 point. Jacob?
I said Steve Austin. I got him backwards.
Oh. Not a bad guess, though.
All right.
That two events eliminated to win it.
After
I thought that was 98.
After 4 questions of round 1, Aaron is so far perfect. Jacob behind with just 1 point, but anything can happen in this game as we move on to question number 5 in the category of On This Day, I See Clearly. What year saw the very first Taboo Tuesday event?
Oh. Taboo Tuesday. A pretty good idea, just not executed that well, in my opinion.
Why would you want to have a pay-per-view on a Tuesday? Like, seriously, it's the most random day of the week to hold a pay-per-view of all things.
That is very true. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Jacob.
I said 2005.
Nico?
Aaron.
2004.
Aaron got it. Jacob got Brooklyn Veiled.
Oh, by 1 year. All right, guys. Your next question is in the category of finishers. What NJPW superstar has the finisher called Destino? And we will accept just the last name.
I am resisting so hard to do like how they say it every time the move gets executed. But I don't want to damage these gentlemen's ears.
Very entertaining each time they say it like that. So we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Aaron.
Tetsuya Naito.
That is correct. And Jacob.
Couldn't pull it.
Oh, okay. So far, Aaron is perfect, correct?
Yes, 6 points with just 2 questions left to go. If he gets these last 2 questions correct, he will get a bonus.
Yep.
All right, your 7th question, speaking of New Japan, is in the category of New Japan. Who won the G1 Climax Tournament in the year 2018? So the 28th G1 Climax Tournament.
The 2018 tournament was amazing, by the way. A lot of great matches, but this year's was just insanely good also.
They stacked this year so high.
Without a doubt.
From start to finish. Granted, there were a few matches that just felt like, oh, you can put them on in the background. But
Right.
the whole tournament was just great.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Aaron.
A man I have a lot in common with, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
That is correct for 1 point. Jacob.
Couldn't pull it.
Ooh, okay. And your final question, and Aaron, if you get this right, you will get a bonus, is in Ring of Honor. Question is, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards were known by what team name in Ring of Honor?
Isn't Davey Richards a nurse now?
I believe he is, actually.
It's always interesting when people in sports entertainment go into the medical field afterwards. It's like we spent all this time damaging people. Now we're going to fix people.
3, 2, 1. Pins down. Let's start with Jacob.
I don't know. I just said the Wolves.
Half right. You're
We
half
can
right.
accept that. And Aaron.
American Wolves.
There you go.
That is correct. And he triggered a perfect round. And your question, which I did not get a chance to type up, so we're not going to have the overlay, for you, Aaron, is when AJ Styles returned to Ring of Honor in 2016, who did he face in his first match back?
And again, keep your hands where we can see them, please. Okay.
You don't have to write it down. You can just say it.
Oh, Roderick Strong.
That is correct for the perfect round. And the bonus.
Whoo, boy. After
Woo!
1 round, the ace is living up to his nickname with 9 points. Jacob right behind with 1. Now, in this game, literally anything can happen, but that's a pretty big deficit to come back from. Can he do it? We shall find out, because the wheel can be your best friend sometimes.
Or your mortal enemy. It just depends. And ladies and gentlemen, round 2 is the wheel round, which works like this. We have our specialty wheel from wheeldecide.com. There are 8 categories, including spinners and opponent's choice. The person in the lead this time would be Aaron. Can choose if he wants to go first or second. If he spins and doesn't like the category they land on, they can choose to spin again, but they have to stick with whatever it lands on the second time. There will be 4 questions, 2 points apiece. You can opt for multiple choice to go down to 1, and your opponents can steal in this round. So, Aaron, you can choose to go first or spin second.
I'm going to spin first.
All right, let me share the screen.
Isn't there a setting where we can all be on? There we go. Wasn't
Can
sure
everyone
about
see
that
that?
setting. Show us the categories, please, sir.
The categories are NXT, On This Day, WrestleMania, a new category 205 Live, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Wrestling Debuts, and Spinners and Opponent's Choice. All right, Aaron, your spin is away. And it lands on Opponent's Choice.
Wow.
All right, Jacob, so we have again NXT, On This Day, WrestleMania, 205 Live, NJPW, or Wrestling Debuts.
I don't think he has very many weaknesses, so it's hard to know what to go with, but I'll go with wrestling debuts.
Wrestling debuts. Nico, I will take over this one if you don't mind.
Perfectly fine with that.
Perfect.
All right, let me go down to wrestling debuts. All right, Aaron, your first question in the category of wrestling debuts is Crush made his debut in the WWF as a member of Demolition in what year?
Is it 1991?
Oh, chance for a steal, 2-point steal. Jacob.
92?
Oh, also incorrect. The correct answer is 1990. 1 year off, Aaron. Your second question in the category of wrestling debuts is Eddie Guerrero won what title when he debuted for ECW?
And again, let's see that right hand as well.
Yeah.
There you go. I know it's hard.
That's all right.
5.
Is it the ECW TV title?
That is correct for 2 points. 11-1 so far. Your third question in the category of wrestling debuts is Sable made her first WWF appearance as a valet for whom?
Mark Marrow.
Chance for a steal, Jacob. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, the correct answer is actually Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
WrestleMania what? Like was it 12 or something like
12, yeah, WrestleMania 12. And finally, John Cena used what character name when he debuted in pro wrestling?
that? Is it the Prototype?
That is correct for 2 points. 2 big points, putting him up to 13 points to 1. But anything can happen with Jacob's spin. Jacob, you share the screen again. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take off wrestling debuts. All right, here we go. And your spin is in. And it lands on 2 in a row.
Wow.
Opponent's choice. Oh, again, we have NXT on this day, WrestleMania 205 Live, or NJPW.
We're gonna go on this day.
On this day. All right. Nico, take them away.
All right.
What are the odds of 2 opponent's choice?
C3PO. What are the odds? Anyway, Mr. Barber, your first question in the category of on this day is Hulk Hogan won his first Royal Rumble match in what year?
1990.
2 points.
Good pull there.
Your second question. The first ever TNA weekly pay-per-view took place in what year?
2004.
Ooh.
Aaron, you have a chance to steal.
2002.
2 points for Mr. Sellers. Okay. Jacob, your third question, your penultimate question, as Tim Berkala would like to say. Ring of Honor's first pay-per-view took place in what year?
Remember, multiple choice is an option as well.
Yeah, but you're just going to give me years.
He's
I
not
need
wrong.
points. I'm going to go with, I don't watch Ring of Honor though. I'm going to go with 2005.
Aaron?
Is it 2006?
2007.
Brooklyn Veiled.
Okay, so what I have here is, as we go into this last question, is Aaron has 15, Jacob has 3. Under the old rules of which we did things, that would be knockout territory. But because it's 15-point difference now, because of the betting from 1 to 3 instead of 0 to 2, there's still
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
But he has to get this with 2 points to be able to survive.
Yes. Yes. All right. Your final question here. The last King of the Ring tournament took place in what year? So the one before this one that's currently happening.
Yes.
2015.
2 big points.
He survives just barely. 15-5. Man, string of bad luck in that round. 2 opponent choice back to back. All right, guys. Anything can happen in round number 3, which is our betting round. Nico, explain how the betting round works.
Yes. So what we are going to do is you're going to receive 5 questions from 5 predetermined categories. We will give you the category first, and then you will have the ability to bet between 1 and 3 points per question, so long as you have that many points to actually bet. Once you've made your bets, we will read off the question. If you get the question correct, you will gain the amount of points you bet. If you miss the question, you will lose the amount of points you bet. We will keep going until it is mathematically impossible for someone to catch up, or if someone reaches a score of 0 from making too many bad bets. Is that understandable?
Yes.
Okay, and for the record, I have both of you still have all your repeats, if I'm correct.
Yep.
And you both have your challenge.
Challenges, yep. All right, Nico, do you want odds or evens for this one?
I'll go odds.
Go odds? Okay. So tell them the first category.
Your first question. Hunter, can I narrow the category down a little bit for them? Because this seems like way too broad.
Yeah.
Okay. Your first question will come in the category of WrestleMania.
All right, we need bets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's start with Jacob.
Going 3.
3. And Aaron?
2.
Ooh, okay.
I like it. He doesn't really have to play risky, but he's going for it anyway. He wants that knockout. All right.
I want that points record.
Your question in the category of WrestleMania is, which WrestleMania saw the infamous McMahon in every corner fatal 4-way match for the WWF Championship?
This was a match.
It was.
I
It happened.
don't know if it was a good match, but it was a match.
Yeah.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jacob.
WrestleMania 2000.
He gained
Correct.
3 points.
And Aaron.
WrestleMania 15 or WrestleMania 2000?
That is correct.
He gains 2 points.
WrestleMania 2000 was not WrestleMania 15.
Wait,
That would be WrestleMania 16.
did he erase his board?
No, he
No,
didn't.
I did not.
He had
I have it wrong.
15.
That's fine.
Okay, James.
I would like to challenge that.
All
That's
right.
fine. I'll take the points. It's fine. I'll lose the points. It's fine.
Okay. Because, yeah, you did technically say 15 first before 2000.
That's fine.
Okay, so he loses 2 points, and that narrows the score down.
Any points any way I can get them.
So it's now 13-8.
Yep. All right, guys. Your next question is in the category of WWE Classics. That's anything under the year 2000.
So back basically when they were WWF or WWWF.
All right, we need bets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads down. Let's start with Aaron.
I'm gonna go 1.
1 point. Jacob.
I got to catch up. I'm going 3 again.
Going 3.
Ooh.
Okay. So your
myself
question
in a
in
hole.
the category of WWE Classics is, at which WWF pay-per-view did Kurt Angle make his debut in 1999?
Should have bet 3.
Suck. You suck. You suck. You suck.
I love how that has become like a sign of respect from the crowd, and that Angle plays along with it now. All right, guys. So we're gonna need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heads down. Let's start with Jacob.
Was it Survivor Series?
That is correct for 3 points. And Aaron.
Survivor Series, he beat Steve Blackman, and it was the night Stone Cold Steve Austin got ran down by a car.
That is correct. All right, so I have 11-14, correct? Aaron's
I do as well, but Jacob's making a big comeback with 3 questions to go. So what looked like a shutout is now turning into a big fight.
Yeah, what a match so far. All right, Nico, give them their next category.
All right, gentlemen, your third category out of 5 is the category of the United States Championship.
United States title. The belt that really isn't the Intercontinental title.
It has its off days, but I feel like it's in a good place right now.
Need bets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Aaron.
3.
Oh, and Jacob.
I'm just going 2 on this one.
Okay.
Will this help or hurt either competitor? We shall see, because your question is, who was the first ever United States champion? And for the record, we're not talking about New Japan.
Yes. So, yeah, I don't want to say a lot because I know I'll ruin this answer. So I'm going to kind of stay quiet for a little bit.
Probably a good idea.
We need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Ooh, first repeat.
Jacob.
That's the first repeat of the whole match.
Yep.
And your repeat, sir. The category of the U.S. title is, who was the first ever United States champion?
Yeah, the U.S. belt has had a rocky picture, to say the least.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But again, I feel like it's in a good place right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We'll start with Aaron.
Rest in peace, Harley Race.
That is correct for 3 big points. And Jacob.
Harley Race.
That is correct for 2 points.
So it is now
3.
17-13 with 2 questions to go.
Yep.
It's getting very interesting.
All right, guys. Your next category is On This Day. I see clearly.
Of course it
4
is.
times. Really? Really, Hunter? 4 times?
No one said we were
I think they
subtle.
just put this in so much because they want to do that.
Yep.
It probably.
That's the only
reason.
I barely write the
I'm just waiting for
questions anymore.
the pyro to go off.
All right, we need bets in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Aaron.
3.
3 big points. And Jake.
I got to go 3.
Both of them are going big with 3 big points.
Okay, so this could be make or break. This could be make or break.
Yes, it could. Your question is, at which year's SummerSlam was main evented by the British Bulldog taking on Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship? This is my favorite SummerSlam match.
It's been on a couple top 10 lists.
It's so good. I just rewatched it. It's incredible.
It is my favorite.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
love the family dynamic they put on it too.
Yeah.
They're kind of doing the same thing with MLW. They're having one of the Hart family date the enemy.
That sounds weird. 5, 4.
Repeat the question.
Okay, that's Aaron, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so the question is, at which year's SummerSlam was main evented by the British Bulldog taking on Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship? But yeah, the family dynamic they had there was really good because it didn't rely on it as much as most storylines did. Like, it was there, and she had to choose. Like, she was between a rock and a hard place, but it wasn't the focus of the storyline, which is what I love about it. And, like, the crowd reaction was insane.
Absolutely.
Go in 5,
Repeat the
4,
question.
3.
Oh.
Is that Aaron or Jacob?
It's Aaron.
That was me.
Okay. The question is, so you have one repeat left. Your question
fine.
is, at which year's SummerSlam was main evented by the British Bulldog taking on Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship?
And I just want to state that regardless of whether Jacob hits or misses this, if Aaron gets this, and so long as he doesn't feel like – actually, wait. Yeah, he still has to bet 1 point. Never mind.
You haven't been here in a while, so it's okay.
Yeah, but there's still some math here.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jacob.
92.
Don't say whether that's correct or not just yet.
All right, Aaron?
I'm probably wrong. I put 95. I know it's wrong.
Jacob's correct.
Jacob got it right for 3 big points.
So with that
My
said,
weakest category.
we now have an interesting situation where Jacob has taken the lead for the first time of this game with 1 question to go. It's
What's the score, if you don't mind me asking?
16 to 14.
14?
16 to 14 is what I have. What did you have?
I have 16 to 15.
Aaron,
Wait, no. He had 17. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron had 17. He bet 3, so
Sorry about that.
that brings him down to 14.
All right. So it's 16 to 14.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And give them their final category and the final question. This is a match.
It is. We thought, we thought it was a shutout after round 1, and Jacob has just fought his way back into contention here. What a match indeed! As we get into this final question in the category of 3 letters that don't really stand for anything, NXT.
All right. Yeah. What a back and forth roller coaster of emotions. 2 opponents' choice. Hype. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Jacob with his bets.
Going 2.
Going with 2. And Aaron.
I got to bet 3.
Going with 3 here. Okay. What? All comes down to this. I will not say which answer is correct till both of them tell their answer. So, Nico, give them their question.
One thing is for sure, we are going to get a winner off of this question.
Yeah, we are.
There's no way we're going to sudden death. And your final question, gentlemen, in the category of NXT is, in what type of match did DIY face AOP for the NXT Tag Team titles at NXT TakeOver Chicago?
The intensity is high here. The anticipation.
I'm hyped right now too.
Woo!
Ooh, boy.
Man, Chicago was an amazing event with 2 5-star matches. This one and Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne.
Oh, that match was so fucking good.
All right, we
It
need
was.
answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Aaron.
It was a ladder match. Give him the win.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Ladder match.
And your winner, Jacob Barber, the winner of the first ever Breakout Tournament, moving on to face James Berryman III for the inaugural CWT Workhorse Championship.
Oh my God! So
Did that just happen?
Yes, it did.
The final score I have was it
18-17.
18-17?
Yeah.
So it's a 1-point difference.
And again, you got to think about the deficit that Jacob came back from. It was literally 9-1 after the first round. And then, my oh my, the wheel was like, let's throw some anarchy into this whole shebang. And the betting round was
Holy
Jacob's saving grace
shit.
from an 8-point deficit to a 10-point deficit to winning the match 18-17. Wow.
That match was insane. Okay. Let's go to the post-match promos. Nico, you can take it over.
All right, folks, I am here with your winner for this evening, Jacob Barber. Man, I've said it like 5 million times already. It looked like you were done after round 1 in terms of the score, and then you just found the will to fight back. Despite opponent's choice, despite everything being thrown against you, you made that betting round your best friend, and you've scratched and clawed to an 18-17 point victory. What are you feeling right now?
Wow. That's the only word going through my mind right now is wow. I thought I was done after round 1. Then I get opponent's choice, and I'm like, all right, I'm definitely done now. So wow. I don't know how I won that match.
Well, you won it on sheer grit. The wheel was also not kind to Aaron, and you were just able to take advantage of maybe a little bit of greediness from him wanting that points record, but also you found it within yourself to continue fighting no matter what the odds were. And as I keep saying, you made round 3 your best friend. That betting round is someone who has a lot of difficulty with round 3, regardless of the league. You made round 3 your best friend here, and I think a lot of people will realize, it helps to believe in yourself from time to time, and well done. Well done is all I can say in regards to your performance here tonight. But you've now won the tournament, and you're now going on to face James Berryman III, who rightfully called out for a chance to compete for this inaugural title. He was one of the guys from the middleweight division, which in theory was a well thought out experiment. We just didn't have enough players to properly execute it at the time, and we found a way to through this workhorse title. We've improved upon it in a way that we can keep it going for a weekly format. And you are now the guy he's going to face for that inaugural title. Iron Man rules. Weekly title defenses. How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling okay. Iron Man, that means it's basically a long round 1. And as you could tell today, I did not do very well in round 1. So I've got some work to do. I definitely have some work to do. I think if I put in the work, I'll do okay. But I'd say my confidence is about 60% right now.
Is there anything you think you need to work on to increase that confidence from 60% to, let's say, 80 to 100?
not second guess myself. I think a lot of the questions I was off by a year, and I knew the answer as soon as it was said. It was just me not taking the time to think.
The Brooklynville curse does make mincemeat of us all. But, is there anything you'd like to say to James Berryman III, to JB3, now that you have the platform to do so?
I don't know a lot about him, but just good luck. I hope we have a good match. I've done 2, and they've both been really great, I think. So I'm looking forward to a third one.
All right, folks, this is your winner for the evening, Jacob Barber, taking on JB3 for the inaugural Workhorse title at a future date. Stay tuned for that. But again, congratulations to our winner this evening. Well done, sir. And now I'm here with your unfortunate second place finisher for the evening, Aaron the Ace Sellers. Man, it felt like you had an ace up your sleeve this entire match, and then something just kind of fell through the cracks in round 3. But I know what kind of knowledge you bring to the table. You've been helping me improve upon my knowledge in a lot of different mediums. You have a lot to offer this community, and it just wasn't your night. What exactly happened? Was it your greed? You mentioned wanting to go for the points record in the middle of round 3, and did that cost you in the end? What happened?
I think it was that, and I also think I just don't like Bret Hart. I've never liked Bret Hart. I think never been a Bret Hart guy. So, I mean, I've seen the match, I think, once, so just couldn't pick out the year. I mean, it was just a guess, honestly.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that hot take. I kind of feel like Bret Hart is a little overrated. But his family has a lot of talented performers. I just don't know how I feel about. I think he believes his own hype too much, but that's neither here nor there. You had a great run in the tournament, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out for you here. But what do you hope to do next? I mean, obviously, you're not going to be the first champion. The first Workhorse champion, but you can still challenge for that title whenever the hell you want.
I definitely want to be the first challenger. I mean, I've shown I pretty much dominate round 1s. I haven't missed a round 1 question yet. So yeah, congratulations to Jacob. I will see him again, whether it be when I'm the champion or when he's the champion. I will face him again. Same thing with James. I'm just going to try to face everybody in this league at least once until I get to Andrew. Just the way it's going to be.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say before we send it back to the desk?
Nothing. Got nothing. I'm a little disappointed, but I mean, that'll happen.
It happens to the best of us, man. But I believe in my heart that you will be back. Yeah, again, you had a great performance, just a rocky finish, but it happens to the best of us. And you will come back stronger. I'm very sure of it. But until we see that day come, let's go back to the desk.
All right, guys, we are back at the desk. Nico, what a match that was, man. Back and forth. An upset victory, and everything. Like, this match had everything and more back and forth. These guys really showed that just because they are rookies doesn't mean that they don't know their shit.
I've been watching fights for a great majority of my life, and I've seen a lot of ridiculous comebacks from behind, and this, without a doubt, is one of them. Again, we can't stress the math enough. It was literally a perfect round 1 to a 1-point round 1. 9-1 was the score after the first round. Then they both get opponent's choice on the field.
Which is the first time ever, by the way.
Wow. And then it's 15-5 after round 2. So the cards are still stacked heavily against Jacob, and he just finds it within himself to pull the upset. And wow. It just goes to show that I've had some thoughts as to whether or not it was a good idea for us to change the point value in round 3 from 0 to 2. But obviously this is one of those great moments where we showed that changing it from 1 to 3 points in round 3 was actually a good idea because it leads to upsets like this. It shows that anyone can come back from behind and make the most.
What do you think will happen in round 3?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All
And
right, guys. So let's get into the closing plugs. Let's start off with our winner, Jacob Barber. Where can people find you online?
Facebook, Jacob Barber. That's about it.
our
That's all I
second
got.
place, our second place runner-up, Aaron Sellers. Where can people find you?
Same thing on Facebook. Hit me up if you want to help. If you want to help me study, even though I hate Bret Hart. Yeah.
Nico Suave Regoli, please do your 10-hour plug.
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Vergoli, or just Nico Suave with 4 random English numbers at the end on Discord. I should have an Instagram and Snapchat up soon, depending on when this uploads. We'll see.
I'm surprised you don't have a Patreon. Jesus.
Hey, I don't have the subscribers for it yet. But right here at Combat Wrestling Trivia on Facebook, Combat Wrestling Network on YouTube, the poorly made Twitter handle is at Combat Wrestling, the number 2. There's no letter G. Rolling Crits on YouTube, at Rolling Crits on Instagram. It's a show that my friends here in New Kensington, Pennsylvania are supposed to be doing on a weekly basis, but it's been months since we've had an episode upload. So that's on them, not on me. And of course, dedicated to art or at D2A channel, depending on the social media platform. Check out the Who Cares Anyway podcast every Friday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, streaming live on YouTube. We've had a bunch of great guests recently, like Chandru Dandapani and Kaiser, and plenty more guests of greatness to come. And check out our Schmodown reactions as well.
All right, guys. And if you did enjoy this epic match, hit that like button, subscribe to Combat Wrestling Network below. Also, check out Film Nerd TV, where I sometimes do reviews for movies. Haven't done one in a while. But also check out my all horror podcast with Russell Howell called the Horoscope Podcast. 2 episodes that you should check out is the Us review with Janine the Machine and the Halloween 78 review with Ben Bateman. We also have a new one up for The Witch, and next week's, in honor of It Chapter 2, will be It 2017. So check that out on wherever podcasts are listened to. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.